As part of Black History Month, KVUE is digging deeper into the culture of Austin's African American history.
Part of KVUE's mission this February is to recognize and spotlight the accomplishments of African Americans in and around our city, both from the past and the present. KVUE's Quita Culpepper joins us now. Quita?
Well, Terry and Mike, in 1839, Austin was chosen to be the new capital of the Republic of Texas. What you may not know is, according to the Austin History Center, more than 100 slaves were brought in to construct the first buildings here so the government of the Republic would have a place to stay. Much of Austin's history is built on the legacy of African American families who, known and unknown, helped make it what it is today. Inside the Austin History Museum downtown, ordinary moments, frozen in time, help tell the story of African Americans in and around the capital city.
We want to tell the whole story of Austin.
Mike Miller is one of the city's archivists. It's his job to collect and save photos and documents that tell the city's story. He says African Americans feature prominently in Austin's history. One of those who helped shape the city, the Reverend Jacob Fontaine.
It's really the only likeness we have of Jacob Fontaine. Jacob Fontaine was born a slave in Arkansas in the early 1800s.
Jacob and his master, Reverend Edward Fontaine, moved to Austin, where Jacob preached to slaves.
After emancipation, Jacob went on to found a number of churches in Austin, including the First Baptist Church. Colored is called at the time. It was actually where we're standing right now. It was on this spot where we stand in 1867.
And for many years, his descendants continued to call Austin home.
And so it's kind of great so we can tell that whole story over multiple generations of the impact that they had on Austin.
When you see this part of East 6th, you may not know. That's where former slave and entrepreneur E.H. Carrington owned a bustling grocery business.
There was a brief period of time after the Civil War where, whites and blacks, lived in relative harmony and businesses could thrive next door to each other. And that lasted up until about 1874, 1875.
The Carringtons and the Lyons family intermarried, and the Lyons took over the business. For many years, the building was also used for social functions for the African American community. The store closed in the 1940s.
And then the Carringtons and Lyons, they're still around.
These are just a few of the African American families who've left their mark on Austin.
We could do a 5-hour documentary and not get to all the stories of the contributions that African Americans have had in Austin, Travis County.
Quita Culpepper, KVUE News.
So much history there.
Yeah, great to share it with everyone too.
Sure is.